Ah, 20 seconds into this and still no one here. Of course, that depends on notifications being sent out and lag time. Oops. 45 seconds. Got several things I want to talk about today. Hey, Matt. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Anthony. You had me going there for a minute. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Craig. Welcome. Sneaking in at work. All right. I hope that means people are starting to get their prescriptions caught up and all that. Yep, don't forget the like, please. Hey, Candy. Welcome. Rounded Rob. Hello. Teresa, people were looking for you yesterday. I don't remember who, but I told them I had seen you earlier in the day. Hey, Belize. I don't know. They just, you know how people say, hey, have you seen Bob, or have you seen Candy or Sandy or Teresa? And somebody was saying they hadn't seen you. I think it was Griffin and Big J and Nathan, and just talking. Who's here, who's not. And oh my God, I just saw my hair. Oh well. Oh well. It's been windy here today. Hey, Muppet. The highlight of my social activities today on social distancing were to go to, hey Sean, to go over to, Sean's kind of piqued my interest now in shell dwellers. I had no interest at all in them before, and now with all of this, it's not psychosomatic, what's it's called, hypnotism or something. He's got me thinking about them and looking at them, and I don't need shell dwellers. So thanks a lot, Sean. Hey, Brett. And Brett with BTW, I've been calling Brian. So I hope you told me to call you Brian, because I remember saying that's my brother's name. Scott. Similis family breed. Finally breed? Oh, so you've got shell dwellers to spare. Hey, Toronto Aquatics, and you don't need to do that. Thank you, but you don't need to do that. You're one of the, I'd written myself a little short list here of channels, and I know Candy is like rolling her eyes, probably like, oh God, get the links ready. No, Candy wouldn't do that. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Appreciate it. You know where it's going to go, to fish or right back to the fish fam. So what better place to send it? Anyway, I had to go out and get an ultrasound today of my, asking if they'd seen her. So I was telling her somebody had just been inquiring about her. They hadn't seen her and wondered if she was okay or what was up. Yeah, I went to get an ultrasound of my lower extremities. Old people always have health stories to tell. I used to be like, dang, don't they have anything else to talk about? Well, you hardly don't. You get one thing fixed up, and then you have, I've got 2 surgeries pending, this stuff going by the COVID. But anyway, I had my ultrasound. It turns out the tech doing it was one of my doctor friends, Dr. Hutchison. He's an orthopedic surgeon, a real sweetheart. He must be older than dirt, because he seemed old when I was a younger nurse. Anyway, that was my excitement today. And went by the Ark and mowed the yard there, the little yard. So I had donated a mower there a couple of years ago. So now it says 6 Okay, $6.90. So I'm not thinking about any of them, Sean. I just started thinking, what's the fascination? Am I missing something here? You know, it's like me with puffers. You know, I'm practically, I have been called the weirdo puffer guy, like the crazy old cat lady, that kind of thing, and I deserve it, I guess. B. Lee's, LOL, so true, but really not funny. Hope all turns out okay. Yeah, I know. You have to have a sense of humor, though, when you get old. If you don't, you really don't do well, I don't think. But yeah, I hope it's okay. Just had a little pedal, also known as foot edema, and so that got me a third blood pressure slash diuretic medication added, and a trip to get an ultrasound. Even though everybody's on lockdown, I guess it was important enough. How many people are in here? 18. Yeah, I was just telling her, Candy, I don't know if you heard me, that somebody was looking for her yesterday, or asking about her, not looking for her. So, and I had said I had seen her. Hey, Crystal, how are you, lady? Bob, you're the crazy fish person, but are any of us not? Well, that's true. You got a point. Where's that finger? Hey, Bob, sorry, running around covering my tanks outside. I cleaned up for the fish room in case we get hail from the storm. Our storm's headed this way. It's suddenly gotten darker here and overcast, not cloudy yet. Video appointment for upcoming knee replacement. Did they cancel it? Oh, you actually went to the appointment. See, I was supposed to get a prosthesis for this right TMJ, and that's canceled. And I'm glad, kinda, it hurts though, that that's $3,500 out of my pocket. Insurance won't pay for it. And then I've got a lump also on that same side in my neck, but ultrasound says it's benign, but it bothers me. All right, what am I missing here? So I've got surgery procedures stacked up. Plus I have a bum knee too, Craig. I haven't even had time to go about that. Thank you, Scotty. Those Severum are awesome. If I had to give up all of my fish except one tank, it would be those. Hands down. Thought I saw a question, but I don't see it now. Swear I thought I saw a question mark. If somebody had a question, please put it in there again. Well, I don't like clickbait any more than anybody else, but I thought I would use it a little bit, and I'm trying to use, not be as severe as some things I see, but you know, create some interest and promote a little healthy drama, not between people, but between videos and stuff like that. Hey, Reels. Here's Reels starting trouble again. Oh, by the way, I'm still trying to do the theme of, not the theme, but wear a different shirt every week. Check this out. Some of you might know these guys. Hey, Holly. Hey, Griffin. Yeah, Liz thought she had sent me one, a couple of months ago, but I didn't get it, and I asked Scott about it just randomly, or he said he wants a shirt, or did people get their shirts or something? And I said I didn't, and Liz said, I know I sent him one, and I said, well, I didn't get it. So, and Scott and I talked, but I'm not sure I've ever given him my address. I mean, we talked back and forth about different things. Hardly anything is fish related, but he told Liz to send another one then, and so she messaged me a couple weeks ago and asked me what size and what address. And you know me, smart ass, I started to say the same information that you sent them to before, but I didn't. I did. Liz is so sweet. I love Liz and Scott. And Scott too. So yeah, I love my shirt. And I got it in an extra large instead of a 2X. It's a little snug on me, but not tube top snug. All right, 25 people and 24 likes. You can't hardly do any better than that. First of all, the puffer is fine. And I did come up with a name. I got some great names from you guys, some awesome names. But a name popped in my head, and I decided to use that. And that's my grandpa's name on my mother's side. For those aging can afford, I'm training up some. I'll have to go back and read that again. Why won't that finger stay out of the way? Good God. Probably is the one that, is there a dislike? I can't see dislikes on here. She probably is. No, wait a minute. It's always Pam's fault. Always blame Pam. Oh, for water change and filter general maintenance cost me $50 or so a week. Dang. How far do you live from me? I might come by and do that for you. I won't even need training. Hey, Chewy. Yeah, Candy kind of has a thing about hitting that like in case you hadn't noticed. I have to say I'm right there with her. Do I really have a dislike? It doesn't show dislikes, it just shows likes. Well, that's cool. That counts as an interaction, so that somebody took the time. I think YouTube sees that if they take the time to actually make the effort to click the down thing, then that's an interaction. So, well, I hate it that they're unhappy with me or the channel or anything else, but I won't lose any sleep over it. They want to tell me why or no downs. Oh, after I've ranted now. Save that rant for another time. Oh my God. All right, Benny's World, thank you. Yes, it is, and you've lost a lot. Several fish, I know, over the last few months I've been following you. The puffer, I get back to that, is I decided to name it after my grandpa who died when I was like 4 or 5. I barely remember him. He was an old farmer, and old, like in his 70s when I was that little. My mother was the youngest of 10 kids, so he was an old guy. But his name was Sterling, and I've only ever seen anybody's name. What now? You did get the 20 likes. Oh, 200 views, okay. Jeez, I wish this was like twice as big. 10 kids, yeah, my mother was the youngest, and she's crazy as a Bessie bug, as they used to say, or a shithouse rat. She's still doing good, better than I am. I think she's 84, 85. We finally made her quit driving. Anyway, 1 or 2 ways to severe storms, high winds, hail, and possible tornadoes. Okay, so then they'll come over this way. His name was Sterling, and it was Sterling Franklin Morrow, an old Irish name, and it used to be O'Morrow way back in the day. So this morning, it just hit me when I was having coffee. I was going to name the puffer Sterling, because, I mean, who else is going to have a fish named Sterling? And Papa, they used to call him SF. I've got old things, just like to save old junk, like phone bills and things, like where he signed my sister's report card. They raised my sister. SF Morrow, Sterling Franklin Morrow. So I might call the puffer SF for short. So I kind of like that. Sterling, yeah, you're never going to see it. And people will be like, that's a stupid name. What's that? Where'd you get that? You know, so it's unique. It's unique for sure. But Sterling is doing fine, and he's right now eating some bloodworms. And I had rearranged some of the stuff in his tank thinking I was making him more room, but I made it harder. You do? Oh, cool. He spelled his S-T-E-R, like sterling silver. but I had to go back and move some things around, some small driftwood pieces, the sponge filter, and a fake rock, because he couldn't reach his stuff, and he was about to bust a gut trying to get between the heater and a piece of wood to get a bloodworm. He loves those bloodworms. So he's already eaten all of that stuff this morning. Hey, Brandon, welcome. Talking about my new fish, and specifically the dragon puffer I got from Dan's Fish yesterday. Let's see, what else? The six Hillstream trout are doing great. They were all still alive this morning, and when I turned the light on, they were hidden in the fake plastic plant that touches the top. So it's not their first rodeo. They know instinctively how to hide from those big fish, but the big fish have not even looked at them. They could care less. They're there. Those severums are not going to bother them. So they're doing great. I still want to get a video of them when I do like a species profile, how they scatter. They literally go 6 ways, and they do it in half a second. You can't even blink your eyes. But yeah, they did, Brandon. They're the somebody commented a while ago. Yes, Sheila, I was holding that till the very last, and for dramatic effect. And remember, I was talking about the coolie loaches that I couldn't find them last night when I was streaming during Dr. Black's time, and I found one of them this morning. It's dead. Well, not this morning, about 2 hours ago maybe. And it's the bigger one, so it's just laying on the bottom. I got to get it out of there. I hadn't yet, of course, but so that's what I lost. Yeah, that's a good idea, the slow-mo. And the other one I don't see. And oddly, that's the same results I've had with coolie loaches before. I'll get maybe 4 or 6, and I make sure they have food, and that things get down there, and I get down to 1, and then I don't even know I have that. And like when I do a water change and take things out to clean it, I find it up in an ornament or something. So that's probably what's going to happen with this one. If it's still alive. I don't see it anywhere. But that little guy died during the night sometime. So it's just not meant. Hey, Mark, welcome. I saw a video. I didn't get to look at it, but it said you were back. So I'm glad you hadn't been around a whole lot lately. And you definitely were missed. All right, we're almost 20 minutes into this, and I actually made myself a list. See, that's not obvious. I'm looking at a list when I do that, right? Well, at least it's not the puffer or one of the hill streams. I hate it, but I'll probably just get me, you don't know what, Benny? What type of beta should I get? Oh gosh, guys, what do you think you should get? Any of you people, always to talk, and I'm not a beta expert, Benny's World, but I've got a dragon scale, and I've got a koi, and I've got a male and female of the glow light, but I don't have them in glow lights. I just have them in regular lights. And let's see, I've got 2 others. What are my other 2? I've got a mustard. What is that other one? I think it's a koi also, yeah. For a wild beta. Yeah, the wild betas have shorter fins, and sometimes they're bigger than the domestic betas. A giant beta would be cool. They're not wild though, are they? Or are they? Yeah. Yeah, Benny was a mustard gas, and I have one too. It's one that I rescued that was not even being seen. While we're talking about betas, I want to make sure that I mention a couple channels here. Candy with the eye roll. Mr. B's Fish and Things. Gosh. I got me a new little thing to hold my camera, but I've lost it already. I can't find it. Can you imagine? The cats probably have it. But Mr. B's Fish and Things, I wanted to shout him out. He's like 16 or 17, something like that, away from having his 1K subs. He also needs watch time, so I've been, thank you, Candy, before I could say it. And he really needs to get some subs, so go ahead and get him to that 1K, and then we'll get his watch time over the next few weeks. Probably James. I find things all the time. Tibby, the long hair one, was looking for his ball. Don't even go there, and I found it out in the garage, so I don't know how it got out there. So he's happy now. But yeah, Brandon really needs to get to his 1K, and on Daniken's stream the other night, we got like 25 or 30 there. So, top of the tanks, and yes, I realize how that's. Who are you talking to, Zen? I'm not talking about my thingy with you. Reels needs watch time. All right, guys. Do you have a playlist, Reels? Hey, there's Brandon. We're just talking awful about you, Brandon. I know. Ow. Is Haley in here? What videos would like to see you make? All right, so Reels has a playlist, so I'll be playing your list as well. I've been playing Brandon since yesterday. Brandon actually has two playlists. One's like a DIY and one's fish. So I have played those. You don't know what videos to make? I always have trouble with that too, Benny's World. So what I try to do is not plan it too much and just kind of, oh, thank you, Brandon, for all you do for me and for everybody. Thank you, Candy. Just kind of anything that's going on. You know, I often will just turn on the camera when I see something unique, like those silver dollars that colored up. So far, no one's admitted to ever seeing them in breeding dress, just the plain silver dollars, and they're still like that. So that's weird, and I can't find any literature that say that. You'd say shell dweller videos. Well, that'll be the first one I make when I get some, Sean. It'll be the first one I make. So just kind of whatever. Don't try too hard, because most anything that you video, somebody's going to watch it. Trust me. Some will do better than others if you want to kind of track that, and also notice which ones do the best and see if those are the ones you like to make. Yep, you're right, Dylan. Yep, James told the truth there. Also, besides Brandon, Rob93, he needs watch hours, I know. I think he has his subs, if I'm not mistaken. But Rob93, and you know, he comes on after me at 7. So you better be chilled and rested and laying back right now, because that man don't sit down. He stands through his whole stream. I'm shaking my leg. That's one reason that's jerking so bad. So yeah, Rob93, he needs watch time. What about Diva? Does Diva need watch time still? I think she does. I tell you, that watch time is a biatch. I mean, I keep saying I had 1.3 and that I never thought I would get there, but you guys did it. I have 4.5 now, and that's just been a couple months, so it can be done. Pulling together. Hey, Amber, looking forward to seeing you tonight. Amber's going to be on with Pam co-hosting, so if anybody didn't know that, that will be tonight. Oh, you did? Awesome. Can't wait to see him. Scotty. Yeah, I posted on a comment on Pam's notification about that, or the thumbnail, I guess, that it is tonight. Yes, it's tonight, Wednesday night. Is it tonight or is it Saturday? Because I know she has her son. She's on twice this week. Yeah, it is tonight. Sean, don't do that. It only takes anything to confuse me. Yeah, and then she's going to have her son Tucker on Saturday. Yeah, right. But yeah, I commented on there that I hoped her and Amber got to talk about fish. Last time they did quite a bit. Pam is an expert fish keeper with several kinds of fish, not just goldfish, but I'd put her toe to toe with anybody. Anybody. She just doesn't talk about fish a whole lot, but that's not because she doesn't know about fish. She's definitely part of the OG squad, definitely. All right. Already shouted Benny out. Break from tanks. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Ask her some tough questions. Hope she's in here. Ask her some tough questions, or you may have some things you want to ask her already. Jealous. Zen's jealous of everybody, Ginger. Zen wouldn't be jealous of you, Ginger. Be real. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Ed, everybody in here, and probably most of their relatives know who Chattanooga Ed is, but guys, if you're not subscribed to Ed, he's only at 300 and something after all this time he's put in and all this stuff he's done, all these live streams. He hadn't made a lot of content, a lot of videos. What's an Ed? I know, right? Gotta load my video. All right. But yeah, when Ed starts doing his own live streams and all that, he's going to need numbers then all of a sudden. So please go ahead and sub to him. And he does have some good content out there. Quite a few videos out there. So please go ahead and check out Ed's channel and give him some watch time too. And I just laid my paper down and the cat got on it. I don't see Tim in here, Recon, but he's one of our mods, and he's one of the fastest growing channels I've seen lately. It's because of his content. He really puts a spin on things, and I really couldn't explain that. Those of you that follow him and watch his videos understand what I mean, but it is hosting the Time Slot Takeover tomorrow. Yeah. He is. Thanks for reminding. And also, thanks for reminding me, I'm hosting it next Thursday. Ed's tomorrow, Thursday, and then I'm doing Rex Time Slot Takeover next Thursday. Almost forgot that. I haven't got a thumbnail yet. Rex said he would make it. He was kind enough to do that. But yeah, he messaged me, I guess, yesterday morning and asked me. You get to play co-host. That's good. I think you get to play it a lot of the time, just not officially. Ed has no shortage of comments and questions, and he's a natural. He's very relaxed and natural. He's very personable. The first day I met Ed, I just loved him. Met him at one of my local fish stores, and they really liked him after he left. But yeah, check out Recon. Channel. He's probably working right now. Sometimes he can come in and sometimes he can't. But he has not unique content. He has a unique presentation of his content. Very enjoyable. And he'll often do 2 videos back to back about the same content. So it's a great channel. And somebody else in here that has a channel that's growing and has some great content is Sandy Dowdy. She's another mod in here, and we always shout everybody out except ourselves, so I wanted to make sure we got the mods mentioned tonight. But yeah, Sandy's in here, so please give her channel a look. She keeps a lot of kinds of fish, but like Pam, she's really into goldies. And just lost one of her big fancy goldfish, and that's why she was telling me she got 3 new ones, so I'm eager to see those. But she's in Canada, and they don't have, didn't you say hi to Ken already? I don't see much on here, but I'm pretty sure. Hey, Gary's. I haven't been out to mail anything, Gary, but I haven't forgotten you. So when I do get out, I've got like 3, seems like there's more, but at least 3 people, thank you, Candy, to send things to, and you're one of them, Gary, so you're an easy one. It's plants. And there was somebody else, Anthony, and Anthony's in here. No, thank you, Sandy. Sandy's real quiet and in the background, but she started being a little more gregarious lately for her. I've even seen her in a couple of live stream panels, so very enjoyable. I liked Sandy right away and started bugging her as soon as I met her and asking her questions and stuff. Early birthday present, I read. Quad reds. I bet those are gorgeous. Well, happy birthday, Amber. Well, it's not that I'm so busy, it's that I don't want to go in the post office, and I'm going to have to go in there because I've got 3 things that I can think of that I have to mail. And then actually I have some, that reminds me, people that gave me your addresses for a sticker. I have those. I did make a list of them, so I have those on one document. So I've got to mail those too. And I could go ahead and get those ready, I guess. So, but back to Anthony, he's got a great channel, and he has a new vid up today, or about a day ago. It took me about 16, 18 hours. I think I'm caught up now. Of course, when you're on a live stream or in a live stream for an hour, you get behind again. So many people are making vids right now and streaming. Sean. But yeah, check out Anthony. Anthony Fishy Friends, who's here in the chat. Of course, we can't use the 3 dots to click on him, but he's doing fresh and saltwater, and he just did a saltwater video a while ago, or earlier today. So check his out. He's got a cool fish room. I'm always ragging him to make me a video, so I think I only had to beg, 2 months, Anthony, to get this one. About that, it seems like it. Who else do we need to shout out? Those are the people that I wrote down, but there are other people that are close to reaching milestones, and we can help them. There are 36 people in here right now. Sweet. That's awesome, Amber. Amber, the fam just loves you and Joseph. We really do. Yeah, I hope he's there by then. 30 is a big one, not number-wise, but it's one you always remember. I may have your address, but if not, send it to me again, because I think I sent you mine in an email, but I don't know that I got yours. Anthony's Fishy Friends. Thank you, Candy. Did you already post his and it went by and I didn't see it? Yep. No, Sandy did. Oh my gosh. It's up there. It's up there. Are you working right now, Candy? Of course you are. It seems like you do. It seems like you work night and day. I know you're 3 hours behind where I'm at. She did too. I didn't go back far enough to see hers, except when you sleep, and you're probably dreaming about work then or modding. I hope you don't see modding as work, but maybe you do and maybe you don't. Is Zen still in here? Oh, 37 people in here. There she is. I'm trying to keep up with you, Zen. Trying to keep an eye on you. It is work for some channels, and I try not to. What happened? Oh, it was just one of the, I did it for, what do you call it? Not dramatic effect, but whatever. It was one of the little coolie loaches, but still. I just don't have clickbait. You got it. But I did lose a fish. I can show him to you if you want to see him. I just found him a couple hours ago. He's right there in that tank. Because y'all have never seen a dead fish, I'm sure. Don't show. Look away, Dylan. Look away. Thank you, Fish Room Fever. I appreciate that so much. I do. See him there, his little body. That's the bigger one of the two. James, look how pretty my platinum neons are. The pretty blue eyes. Yeah, 14 of them. Yeah. I'm aggravating James because I got home with the wrong fish from Knoxville, and he was kind enough to go and get them for me. I got fish, so he had to pay for these, for the ones he got. I have to get some now. I thought you had some, James. That's the ones that I was just telling the story about that you went to get. And then I said something about it, and you said that you liked them and you wanted to keep half of them. That's why I was aggravating you about your art the other day, saying I really like this art. I think I want to keep half of it. I thought you got that. Oh, I'm wasting my humor. I do, but you know I play on copying you. Play or plan? Oh, I've got it now. I missed that too. I told James that everything I want, he wants too. Just watch, because there was those fish and he wanted half of them, so he has them all. Thanks, Sand Creek. Thank you. What else? Painted his living room last Wednesday yellow, because mine's yellow. There's several things. Everything I get, James wants it. Which is fine. It shows good taste. Priscilla, I was about to say something about Sandy or Candy. Priscilla has a link out of her art. She just added a bunch more stuff to Etsy. She's got some things on there. If one of you wanted to post it, I'm sure people would love to see it, and I'm sure Priscilla put it on there to sell some of the stuff. Yep, I shared it with Ginger, and she's already been on there. Oh, are you laughing because you already bought her out, Ginger? I want to be Bob when you grow up. Well, God bless you. You can be Bob now. We can switch places. Thank you, James. You can be Bob right now. You can be Bob. Brandon, I forgot you were in here, duh. You can post links too. You bought 2 prints. Cool. Well, I have that beta, which I just happen to have, just happens to be nearby. I bought that beta, and she donated half of the proceeds to Project Piaba. There he is. He's getting all kind of reflection. And that's an original. Ginger, that's an original. And because Priscilla's so cool, she sent me this guy just for the hell of it. This is what Sean wants here, is this on a huge, big, huge, who was that? Was it you, Sean? Somebody wants a Corey on a great, big, huge. Oh yeah, well you were my first mod, Brandon, remember, like a year and a half ago, you were gonna post some link, and that's when you could go off of your cell phone, and I'm like, I don't know how to put that up, and so you said you would put it up, but you couldn't, and so you became a mod. Careful what you say. Stop rubbing it in. You're getting prints of it? Well, she might do you one. She does commissions for some people. You know, she works, you know. Anywho, so we got another, the reason I keep sighing, guys, and I look tired is because I am tired. I didn't sleep last night, but I had a blood sugar, a reaction to my glucose medicines about an hour and a half ago, and it lasted. I thought I was going to have to cancel, but my blood sugar came back up. I had to eat a candy bar that was old, that's not even supposed to be here, to get it up. So I know I didn't eat before I went for that, and then when I came back, I had cheese and coffee, and I'm thinking, ooh, I feel faint, and ooh, I'm tingling my hands and feet, and I'm thinking, idiot, you're a nurse, you're hypoglycemic. But I feel a whole lot better now. I'm worn out though. Oops, I know, right? Nurses are the worst. The worst. Too late. I lost track. Pain in a chicken coop. Cool. Are you going to start keeping backyard chickens? That what you were done talking about, getting it up on streams? James, I don't know if y'all have to block him, do what you got to do. Y'all have to block James. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. I'm acting like I didn't see that one. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Bless his heart. Bless his little heart. Of course, the cat wants to lay on my original, not my print, my original. You said you ate a candy bar to get it up. Oh, James. James. My glucose, my blood sugar. Yes. Not going to say anything. I'm sure that everybody, especially people like me that don't watch TV or even I have a monitor that I watch YouTube on, but I don't have cable or anything for TV. I mean, who would have time? Pam would be on. Oop, Sand Creek, think about what you just said. Think about what you just said. Nope, I'm not going to go there with you either, Dragon. Think about what you just said. Nathan, Pam would be on top of that. I had to, nobody else did. have to time some of these people out. All right, guys, so a channel, and I mentioned it a long time ago, I think, or on a panel I was on or something, but one of my favorite YouTube channels, and it's not really morbid, it sounds like it, is Hollywood Graveyard. And it is a really cool series. It's well produced, and they go to all of these people that were famous. They're not all actors or movie stars, but where they ended up, and people that you don't even know are dead, and they might be in Europe buried somewhere. And some of it's really obscure, but there's one out right now that's Hollywood. Write this down, guys. It's Hollywood Graveyard Famous Animal Grave Tour. And it's an ode to our furry friends, and I'm about halfway through that. It's like a 30-minute episode, but it's got all kinds of cool information. Like Lassie got retired pretty early on, and a dog named Pal took over for Lassie. Little known stuff like that, and so Pal has actually a better memorial than Lassie does, but they didn't publicize that because Lassie was the star already. Hollywood, there you go. That's it. That's just I'm about halfway through now. If it's got naked people and stuff in the second half of it, that's just a bonus for you. I don't know about that already. But it's a cool series. And then they'll do like who was in Rocky Horror and where are they buried, or just stuff like that. They have all kinds of themes. Pal was the Lassie, I think. By that time, it was just Pal. I was sitting here with... couldn't get my glucose up, select pet, so we'll have to watch it all again. I didn't even see what Sean said, but yeah, I wrote that down. What else exciting's happened today? I kept thinking that I was paying the phone company too much money, and they got in the practice. They did it like 3 times. When I'd be out somewhere, they'd text me and email me and say they were going to cut off this or cut off that if I didn't pay it right away, and I could make a payment right then. They had my credit card, of course, my banking numbers, and it really was AT&T. So I did it a couple of times, and the third time I'm like, no. So I've come to find out I had paid $180 over, and I won't even go into how they did it, but I changed some services recently. Nothing, Priscilla. You missed the best YouTube channel in the world. Candy posted it up there. You'll like it. You've got that morbid curiosity, like most of us do. Holy crap, 180. What's that? 180 is a pretty big number. Yeah, well, I used to keep a business line here for the ARC so that I could do ARC business at night, right? Just what you want to do when you're not at work, volunteering, not getting paid, but so I could do our emails and newsletter and Facebook and, all that stuff. And this was before smartphones were widely used, flip phones came. But anyway, I decided I didn't need that anymore because I've got people trained up to use the computer at the ARC. And so we dropped that, but I decided that I did need to, because I used that Wi-Fi because it's free. So I did have to put my own in, but they were still billing me for the other. Plus they charged me for the box. I'm like, no, you guys are supposed to send me a label. But this is before this all happened, Brandon. Essential services. But yeah, to be a communication company, AT&T, and I've been with them like 30 years. It's time to watch stuff. Well, Brandon, do you need me to come and help you do some stuff? Candy, do you need me to come and help you do some stuff? I only worked 107 years. I like to sit down a few minutes. I don't know what they're going to do, Zen. I do what common sense. Like when I went to Walmart a while ago, I put my bandana over my mouth and didn't touch anything except my cheese. I ran out of cheese. and onions and tomatoes. So I picked those 3 things up and left. I did pay for them. What are y'all talking about? 107, 108. I can't keep up with the chat. Oh, hours per week? Yeah, about 107. I think I was about a week short, Brandon. So I'd like to sit down a few minutes, but if you all are going to begrudge me that and watching a little YouTube channel, I'll be glad to help you with anything I can. No, it's not a waste of time. Anytime you're spending time with yourself and enjoying nature, that's definitely not a waste of time. The state's crazy guy said. Well, there are a lot of irresponsible people here, I can tell you that. Phew, I didn't do the gloves because, like I say, I didn't pick up anything except what I wanted. I didn't have to touch anything. I didn't even get a buggy. But yeah, there were people there with no protection at all. There were people coughing, and they weren't watching them at the door. They weren't asking them anything. When I had to go in and get my ultrasound, they actually did my temperature, scanned my forehead. Asked me the questions, coughing or this or that. Nope. Yep, I came over here to see how many more I could make sick. Oh, I know something, Brandon, you can do, or Sandy, is post Candy's GoFundMe, please. Store and all the workers had masks on. Yeah, it's so all over the place, So I'm just going to watch. I think it's in my opinion, because I know everybody's hinging on that, everybody's looking and listening now, is that it's just a little too early to relax the minimum bare precautions we have in place, because these things do rebound. You can print that. Yep. Thank you, Brandon. And guys, there's Candy's GoFundMe. She's in the same situation basically she was in 3 or 4 months ago. He's not able to go back to work. She's the only one that is working. She doesn't make enough to cover their bills, their rent, their food. She's working all she can, so she's like a lot of people. She really, really needs help, so she's one of us. So everything helps. Look at those severums. It's like they're lined up by rank. Oh, I can see the Hillstream trout up top too. They're so gorgeous in pictures. I can't wait till they color up. They've got some colors now. I think he sent me 3 males and 3. You are our own, Doofus. You are our own. Stop saying that. She is, and not just fish fam. She keeps saying that, take care of your own. You are our own. You heard me say if you have something to spare. Rounded Rob, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Customers and cashiers, yeah. Yeah, they're doing that at Walmart here too. Alcoholic clause for a governor, but okay. But she actually said she wasn't rescinding our week's in until the medical experts. Well, so you agree with that? if she's not a doctor, that might not be a bad idea. I mean, they are the experts. Hey, Mickham. Yeah, I agree, but you have to be careful the way you say things. I said it was just a little too early. It's like 16 months too early. No, I'm not either, Ginger. Only positive thoughts allowed. I can't control my thoughts even when I sleep. Nathan, I think it was you that was telling us in a stream the other night that you had dreamed about the fish fam and that you were talking to all of us and all that. That would be a cool dream, I guess. A lot of people follow the party line. The worst best. I know, because you're kind of like, whatever you're going to dream, you're stuck, right? Looks like it's about 3 minutes till Rob, or less. I never did look at this phone. I think my phone's behind a minute or two. A good sleep. I had one the other day. Was in bed. I didn't sleep all the time for like 14 hours, and it was wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, you do? Huh, that's cool. You'll have to talk more about that, Nathan. If it's not private and you want to share it, I'd like to hear more about that. 3 minutes. Well, that's what I've got, so I guess it set itself back. I don't know. Bounce a little even. Who's overlapping me? Good or not good? No, I'm teasing. All good people. Yeah, I saw there were a couple people for, is it 8? No one, you're good. Nobody would dare. Now watch 4 people's schedule. Yeah, I bet it is, Candy. That's why I quit taking any new and cut back a couple. Of course, I don't do nearly the work that you do, but in a stream, but still just the time to try and be there and help a little bit. Yep. We need a hashtag. Who's got a hashtag? Welcome back, Benny's World. And I was thinking, I kind of laughed about it, but be careful. Like the other night, you said you pretended to go to bed or whatever, and then you said you're back, and I said, did you sneak up? And you said, yeah, don't let us get you in trouble. Had to do school. Yeah, don't let us get you in trouble. You get grounded or something. That's great. I love that. Hashtag support one another. It's a lot of big words for me to spell. Oh, for sure, yeah, because there were so many people. Yep. All right, guys, don't forget to check out the channels that we talked about and any others. And if there's anybody in here, like we hear all the time, that you don't know, make an effort to get to know each other. Everybody in here, I know, everybody in here has a great channel, so. You're welcome, Benny. Thank you for coming and supporting. A lot of dead space. You can barely even see the stream. All right, here we go. Thanks, guys. Let's go raid Rob.